This is the Paralleloom, an innovative way to create Thai bamboo weaves, product of the Bamboozlers. Weavers will rest their hand on the engraved workspace and pass 6 of 7 bamboo strands through the acrylic comb shown here. The comb is placed on 2 dowels and can be slid forward and backward to tighten the weave and remove gaps in the braid. After going through the reed, the strands pass through the heddle eyes shown in orange. The heddle eyes are held with string and connected to 2 heddle shafts, which will move up and down. The strands are then slid under the back dowel to keep them in place as the shafts move. There are a total of 28 heddle eyes, 14 on each rack. One will lift 3 strands up and the other will slide 3 strands down. There will be a space in the weave for the weaver to slide the 7th strand horizontally through the separation, and this will have to be done every cycle the shafts go from top to bottom. The excess heddle eyes allows the weavers to customize their weave width. Moving on to how the loom functions, we have a stepper motor attached to a rack and 2 pinions. The racks are glued to the heddle, so as the motor spins, it pushes one rack up and the other down. After each cycle, the direction of the motor's rotation switches the other way, causing the shaft that went up to now be brought down, and the shaft that went down to now be brought up, alternating the up and down motion. This motion is wired to the circuit on the left, inside the red casing. The emergency stop also sits directly on the casing. The wiring then leads all the way to the foot pedal. The heddle shafts can be directly controlled by pressing a foot pedal. The foot pedal contains a breadboard with several buttons. The springs within the pedal keeps the pedal off the buttons and controls the force required for a press. The pedal surface is ridged to ensure adequate grip when pressed by the weavers. Now for a live demo. Here Daniel will demonstrate weaving a single strand of the bamboo through the comb and then through a heddle eye, before finally securing it under the dowel. This task will have to be done once for each of the 5 remaining strands before the setup is complete. Now jumping to when the setup is finished, and Daniel may now begin threading the 7th strand through the separation before eventually tugging the comb back to tighten the 7th strand in the weave. He will now press the foot pedals, and the heddle shaft should move a half cycle so that Daniel can again thread the 7th strand through the gap, and so on, weaving the braid one iteration at a time. Now on to the functionality of the foot pedal. It should be noted that overpressing the pedal before a half cycle has completed does not interfere with the heddle shafts or gear. If the pedal is held down while the half cycle completes, the shafts will continuously alternate direction. These measures are put in place to allow for foolproof use. Now onto the emergency stop. If for some reason an item were to get caught in the machine or the motors were not functioning as intended, an emergency stop switch may be flipped to immediately stop the operation of the shafts until the situation is amended. After flipping the stop switch, the LED blinks red and makes an audible noise. Once flipped back, the green LED will turn on, indicating smooth operation, and the shafts will resume where they left off. And finally, here is a small Easter egg added to the design. Please enjoy the Rickroll.